40 tankers with nearly 70 million barrels of oil with a value of more than $6 billion. Now, that is the amount of Iranian oil the US says it is trapped in its blockade of Iran. Donald Trump saying that that blockade is more effective than bombing Iran, as he warned as well, though, that the blockade could last months, sending once again the oil price soaring, the highest levels in more than 4 years. Reports as well that Donald Trump will receive a briefing from the leader of US Central Command later on possible new plans for military action against Iran. Well, let's have the reaction to all of that, all the latest from our correspondent Reza Sayah in Tehran.
Tehran is dismissing those threats and those warnings, and their position is basically that they can weather the storm, and that's why we're seeing this impasse, this standoff between Tehran and Washington continue. Remember, the ceasefire between Tehran and Washington came on April the 8th, and the idea was that these two sides would use the impasse to sit together, talk, and hammer out a diplomatic resolution. That obviously hasn't happened, and what we've had instead is a lot of grandstanding, a lot of threats, and a lot of warnings. The latest warnings, of course, coming from U.S. President Donald Trump, Mr. Trump writing on social media that Iran better get smart soon. Also reportedly calling on his aides to prepare for a lengthy U.S. blockade of the Strait of Hormuz. Mr. Trump earlier this week also claiming that the U.S. naval blockade is going to lead to some of Iran's oil wells exploding because of their full storage capacity. From Tehran's point of view, they're dismissing, oftentimes mocking these claims, and they say that they're going to weather the storm. Throughout all this, there's been some diplomacy. It's been painfully slow. Of course, last week, through Pakistan as the intermediary, Iran submitted a proposal to Washington. Washington rejected it. Now Washington is saying we're waiting for Tehran's next proposal. But the impression here in Tehran is that the ball is in Washington's court. And until and unless they lift the U.S. naval blockade, there is no legitimate ceasefire. There is no legitimate diplomacy.